Hello traders, welcome to my YouTube channel, my segment whereby I document my journey so far into the foreign exchange market. And please, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and toggle notification. And for those of you that have been here, that have subscribed to the channel, I've been here and keep on watching my progress so far into the foreign exchange market. I thank you so much for helping me to track my progress. Yes, last week we had an analysis on a GBPUSD, and this was our analysis. We had a downward trend line that had the first touch from around May 2021. Then we had the second touch around June 2022. Then we had the third touch around May 2023. Yeah, that was downward trend line. And we also had a minor resistance that has been respected around May 2022 and also around April 2023. And we also had another upward trend line that had the first, second, and the third touch, which in between the downward trend line and the upward trend line with the minor support was an indecision zone for us. And we did an analysis that if price broke above this upward trend line and this minor support here, minor resistance that will become support, then we'll be looking forward to longing this market to ride it up to this blue zone up here. Yes, and indeed price did that. It broke above our minor level. It broke above our downward trend line and our minor resistance, which will now become our support. And this is on the weekly time frame, because I like to analyze from the weekly time frame, because the higher time frames, because it gives me more clarity in the market. Yes. So if you go down to the daily time frame, we'll see that price broke above this zone, but didn't give any significant pullback on the daily time frame. But if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, we'll see that when price broke above this zone, it had a light pullback. It had a pullback into this zone. Like so, it had a pullback into the zone, which gave us an opportunity to draw our counter trend line, which wasn't clear then. But if you go to the 1-hour time frame, it gave much opportunity to draw the counter trend line like this. Give us more opportunity for us to draw our counter trend line, something like this, which wasn't much linear, because if you look at the last pullback, it wasn't much but clear. So we had our counter trend line like this, and we had our first entry around this zone, which our intentions were to ride this market up to this blue zone, which is about 500 and something pips. Like so. This was our previous analysis on GBPUSD, and it happened last week. So this week, what we'll be looking for on GBPUSD, in case you missed this this trade, this is what we'll be looking up to on GBPUSD. I'll be waiting for a pullback on the higher time frame, a better pullback on the higher time frame, a more clear pullback like this on the higher time frame, which will be the fourth touch of the trend line and a retest of this previous resistance, which will now become support, and the outermost part of this broken trend line. That will be what I'll be looking out for a clear entry on GBPUSD, because right now I'm bullish on the pair. I'm bullish, and I'll be only looking for buys on GBPUSD. So I'll be waiting for something like this on a daily time frame, a pullback into the zone, something like this. I'll be waiting for a pullback into the zone, like this, which will be able to get my counter trend line again for something like this, a pullback and an entry again, or a second entry into, we'll ride this trade into this resistance around here. And I've, due to the fact that there's a minor resistance around this zone like this, around here, our first profit target will be here, something like this. Down 200 and something pips, and our stops will come below this level. You make sure your stops are where they are meant to be. You don't just move your stops, and our overall target will be this blue zone up here. But why our overall target will be this blue zone up here? If you scale down to the weekly time frame, and you look left, you see that the market overall, the market is in a bearish trend. The market is bearish. Overall, the market is bearish. Let's go to the 1 month time frame. If you see that overall the market is bearish, you see, and if you want to take our trend line from the highest point to the lowest point, it will be like this. It will be like this. This will be our trend line from left to right. It will be like this. It should be our downward trend line, which we've had the first touch, the second touch, and the third touch in confluence with our resistance here. That should be the third touch on the trend line, and mostly the third touch of the trend line usually does the magic. So around this zone, we'll be bullish on this market up to around this zone, but we'll take profit before this resistance to prevent price from turning back against us around this zone here. That's on the monthly time frame. So if you go down to the weekly time frame, you have a clear picture about this. We'll have a clear picture here. So this previous trend line that has been broken was just an inner trend line the market has been respecting. I believe this market is going for a bigger pullback into this zone, and around this zone, we'll wait for price to bounce off this zone before we have an entry and ride this trade down here. But if it doesn't do that and breaks above here, they'll continue being bullish on the pair. But before this confluence of the trend line and the resistance, before they're around here, we'll take all our position off. We'll be 100% out of this market around this zone like this. So that is what I'll be looking to on the GBPUSD. Right now, I'm bullish on the pair to this major resistance around here, and looking up to the third touch of this trend line around here like this. So we'll wait for pullback on the daily time frame to add more entries, or a pullback on the 4-hour time frame and the break of that counter trend line to add more entries to get another entry on this pair, so we can ride it up to this place, which is about 400 to 500 pips. So that is my analysis for this week on GBPUSD. Say, if you have any challenge, any question, or something you want to correct me on, since I'm still in my learning phase, I'm still learning more about the market, you can drop that in the comment section so we'll get to discuss more about that. Now, please, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and toggle notification for more educational content like this. Thank you.